what tends to get in the way of people actually getting their book done?
Right. Well, first of all, I want to say I love watching you talk about your first book and then the upcoming book, because you just have that twinkle in your eye, almost like, okay, it's like my second kid, it's coming, and I'm really excited about that. And that is what the feeling is like. It's almost like, it's arrival, it's a birth of a child in a way, and it can be, not to take anything away from having kids, but the thing is, it can be just as life-changing. Just as you talked about, Michael, there's the aspect of having the book as the big business card, as having it as a way to something to sell at the back of room, or for organizations to buy, to give to their members. I know you've done a lot of speaking and things like that. Having the book on Amazon, that's fantastic. And that's kind of like one layer of a good reason to have a book. But the second one is more personal to me. It is kind of honoring that author, or that call within, that you have to hold your own book in your hands, to actually birth this book for yourself. And it can be just so satisfying to have this message inside and then sharing it with others. And even if nobody reads the book, or even if doesn't end up on any bestseller list or something like that, you don't care, because you did it for yourself. You're holding it in your hands. It's something that nobody can take away from you. It's something that'll be here long after the rest of us are gone. And I really give credit to that feeling and honoring that author within that pull that people have to get a book done. So if it's such a cool and great thing and a groovy thing to have as a big business card, or to satisfy that call of the author within, why aren't we all doing it these days? In my experience, and I've been doing this for several years now, what I've found is that people get kind of hung up on the same things, that reasons why we don't get anything done that we feel that we should do, or that we want to do. Most of all, I don't have enough time. And when I hear that, what I think is, oh, you haven't made a priority. And I'm not saying that in any kind of judgmental way, but we all know that what you decide to do and what you make a priority, you get done. And I wish that there was a way that I could tap into that feeling like you had when you had your first book in your hands, to show you what it's going to feel like when you have it done. And then it's going to open up so many doors and so many potential opportunities to you. But hopefully that's something that you'll recognize for yourself as we talk tonight. Another reason a lot of people get hung up, they're not sure what to write about. So I'm really glad that you're taking some suggestions or some questions in the chat, so we can talk about, narrow down your topic. One thing that you can do is just kind of get started, get started in the writing and see what happens. If you're torn between topics, one technique that I suggest is to write on each one for about 20 minutes. And then, if you have two topics, so you write for 40 minutes. If you have three topics you're torn about, you write for an hour. After you do that, go for a walk. See which one you're thinking about the most, and which one that you have something more to say. So when you get back to your desk, you can't wait to get started on that again. And look, in just an hour, you can solve the question about what topic should I write about. So there's a technique, and there's a way to think about becoming an author and how to go about it. And hopefully that's helpful, and it sparks the interest in some of the people who are watching and listening.